Good Sunday morning, everybody. Good Sunday morning. Welcome to Sunday with Spirit. Not a political poll for my new people. This is a spiritual poll, and I like to think of us as a group of like-minded coming together in a circle. All are welcome to raise our vibrations. And in raising our vibrations, we raise the vibrations of those around us. And that cumulative effect raises the vibration of the planet. And wherever you're watching, whatever time you are watching, that energy gets added to the previous energy. And it's huge. It's powerful. So what I wanted to do today is look at the time that we're in right now, which is going from spring into summer, leaving a Mercury retrograde and going where it's going direct. So there's a lot of thought energy that's been going on. Spring, we're planting seeds. We're getting them ready to grow. We're doing a little tending. The hard work hasn't started yet. We're just, what do we want to plant? What do we want to do? And Mercury retrograde certainly isn't something that we should act on unless we have to, like big things, signing documents and starting new things. Just let it marinate a little bit unless you have to. And then you make it work. So what I wanted to look at, I just want to have us take a couple of deep breaths, and let's look at this process. Just take a couple of deep breaths and imagine walking out of your house, your room, going into this beautiful place in nature, as we often do. And as we open up the door, we walk through the thin mist, cleansing mist, and we smell the mist air, how clean it is. And we walk down this beautiful path in nature. It'll be different for each one of us. But smell the air, listen to the sounds, what birds are singing. What's underneath our feet? How does the earth feel? Is it gravel? Is it sand? Is it grass? And as we walk down this path, we notice that there is a ceremonial fire, and there are people around that fire. It's our community. And we have come together to ask our guides and our angels for some direction. And it may not even be direction. Maybe it's just to sit with them. Maybe it's just to sit in their power. Maybe it's to sit in our power. We forget how much power we have. So as we sit in this power, I'm going to pull the camera down. As we sit in this power, let's ask our guides and angels, how do we move from springtime to summer? How do we move from a retrograde period to a direct period? What do we want to create in this time that we have? So I pulled 3 cards, and at first I put them in rows, and then I said, let's put them in a circle. There's no one card that has more power. This card doesn't have any more power. It just happens to be in the center. Could be the passion, could be the fire, it could be just a card in the middle. So think of a question that you want your inner child to answer. Think of a question that you want your guides and angels to help you with. Think of a question you want your old wise self to help you with. Or create a question all by yourself. You can pick a row, you can pick a column, you can pick all of them. When you look at the cards, my descriptions are mine, yours will be yours. You all ready? You have your rows, cards, whatever? Let's start with the center one. Dances on one foot. So know that when we are in this place, that there's going to be other ideas that come into play. Should I do this? Should I do that? Did I just should on myself? Yes, you did. Don't do that. There are many paths that get us to the same thing. Don't focus so much, and I'm not telling you what to do. This is for me. I should not focus so much on the direction so much as just take the step. You've already balanced. There's a lot of different options. Take a step. See how it feels. But in this time right now, it's okay to be balancing. It's okay to be weighing options. King of Air. There's going to come a time when you're done balancing, when you are, I got to stop saying you, when we are using our minds, using our king energy to propel us forward. The king energy is not something that is just, it is waffling. He's direct. He knows where he's going. In this king, it's not a he, or it could be a feminine energy too. Kings, queens, they are not male or female. It's just the energy, the directness, the sharpness, maybe. But there is a wise, comforting energy with this king. You will take the right step. We've thought it out. We've looked at both this side and that side. We're ready to take the next step. And the next step would be time machine. Interesting. What from the past is holding us back? What from the future is scaring us from moving forward? Do we think that we can do it another day? Well, the season to plant the seeds will pass, and we're going to be in fall to harvest, and we're going to be in winter with snow before we know it. So now's the time to actually plant. But this card also, now's the time to act, but this card also is a reminder that our past is our past. Don't let our past hurts affect us today. Let them go. Okay. Stars in the sky, limitless possibilities in medicine position. Now, normally this deck does not read, according to the book, does not read reversals. However, I love Mystical Shaman Oracle description for reversals as medicine position. This came out reversed, which is medicine. There is something in our planning, in our balancing, in our weighing the options that is letting us know that, oh, we can't do that. There's a limit to what we can achieve, and we can't go there. Don't do that. So we need to somehow turn this card upside down, which is right side up. And I look at this image, the bridge between two worlds, and there is our light being on top of this bridge. And if we take that as us, we are accessing the energy from above while sitting on a bridge on this earthly plane. And I look at that and I go, oh, we're gathering light into our hands. Or is it that we are sharing our energy to the stars? And that's the way it looks like. If it was a flashlight, a beam of light coming from our palms of our hands to the sky, that's how it would look. It would expand as it went up into the sky. So many times I think I need my guides and angels' help. This card reminds me that we can share our gifts with them. I don't know if they need our help. Have to ask them. But they do need our energy. Well, and again, need. It would be wise to share our energy with our angels, with our loved ones. Don't just bring it down and it's a one-way street. It's a balancing act. Send it back up too. All right. Sorry, I guess I got lost there. Limitless possibility. There is some, we're holding on to some limits. Turn that around. And be the fool. I love it. I love it. Be the fool. Go on a new journey. So with this limited possibilities that we need to spin around, there's some kind of calling that we're not looking at because it's too big, because it's too far into space, because we're not sharing enough, because we can come up with a million excuses. Be the king of air. Just listen to the calling. Listen to the calling. Huh. Tall tale. So this is a lie. Are we telling lies? Are we listening to lies? This row feels like we're being hampered because of our time machine, of our past belief system that has been a lie. Let's just be a fool and the sky's the limit. We can do anything. We got to believe in it. We got to turn this card. We got to turn this card around, not backwards, around. Don't listen to the tall tale. And the first column. Eyes of the eagle. Rise above the fray. To me, the eagle is a power animal of the East. And as we are in the East right now with spring and new beginnings and planting things, we want to see what paths are ahead of us. And the eyes of the eagle can soar above the fray, and let us see what path is the right path. Well, what path is the more direct path? Maybe there's a path that stops off at a lake that's very refreshing. Maybe you want to take a lake break before you get to, the end of the goal, whatever goal it is. So this eye of the eagle allows us to see that, but it gets us out of the weeds. It takes us above all the noise, all the tall tales. And the good tarot says, keep going. We're on the right path. Jump in that little nautilus shell. I think it's a nautilus. Well, maybe not. It's hard to say. Fanciful shell. And take it for a ride. We're on the right path. We have the correct direction. How do I know we have the correct direction? We have the sun up here, and we have our compass right there. Of course. And the energy. It's fitting for the last card. Tender embrace. How often in our journeys do we forget to give ourselves a hug? To give others a hug? To give the earth a hug? Elephants, they hear through their feet. They feel sounds from the earth through their feet. Maybe we should pay more attention to what we're hearing in our feet. So as we rise above the fray, just know that we're on the right path. Look around the circle. Does anybody need a hug? How about that king? Who hugs a king? Go up, be the elephant. Hug a king. See what kind of possibilities unfold. These two cards, as they're next to each other, this row here, there's a big, tall tale that we are listening to from the past or from the future or from now that we need to let it go, give ourselves an embrace. The King of Air is not going to pay attention to this. Be the fool, we're on the right path. know we're on the right path with this Three of Wands, Three of Fire. Know we have limitless possibilities. We are going to balance. We are going to have to figure some things out. But we can rise above the fray. We can see what path needs to be taken. And these two. I want to thank you all for joining me on this Sunday with Spirit. And as we are getting ready to leave our circle, looking into the fire, we thank all our guides and angels for being with us, our departed loved ones, the masters who have joined us, the teachers. And as we stand, we want to thank all of us who have shown up, all of us who have raised the vibration. And as we turn to leave, we find ourselves on the familiar path, walking up and through the mist back into our rooms. Peace and love.